What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dash, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. And on that note, we're still doing our crypto coin display giveaway. As you guys can see here, all you have to do to enter to win one of these is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as that you've subscribed. I will be checking, so definitely make sure you have been subscribed. We'll be doing the drawing on Saturday, so stay tuned for Saturday's video. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at is obviously the crazy movements that have been happening within most of the cryptocurrencies here on the channel. You can see during the ones that we talk about, XRP is currently battling out its resistance level at $1. We're trying to close that daily candle above about $1.05. We have Ethereum, which is pretty much just following suit, as well as Bitcoin trying to break through its 40K resistance level. There's a few things that I just noticed on Bitcoin that I would like to share with you guys, and this is fairly time sensitive, so I would definitely make sure to watch today's video if you're interested in learning how to capitalize on the market and find those new targets. More importantly, today's video is sponsored by Best Change. For those that don't know what Best Change is, it's basically a Wikipedia-like exchange where you can actually plug in which cryptocurrency you have, which cryptocurrency pair you have, and then which cryptocurrency you would like to receive, and it will then compare all the different cryptocurrencies together with the lowest fees and the easiest way to do so, and then you can easily exchange it. So if you want more information about that, definitely make sure to watch till the end of the video. Otherwise, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to join us over at Discord, as I do have a completely free group where we talk about cryptocurrency with over 1,500 people. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, as you can see, before we jump into today's video, I did put out a video yesterday, actually too, where we talked about it being time sensitive, the market, and how you should watch it, as well as I put out a video that was a lot different than what I normally do. Yesterday I put out a video basically which took about 5 hours of total editing and uploading that was basically where I've invested my crypto profits, and I kind of broke down all these different investment opportunities, and I would like to branch out and make videos like that, and hopefully you guys, want to see content like that. We had 2,000 people that watched, which is nice, but, if people, continuously like this content and want to learn different ways to make money, or that I've made money outside of cryptocurrency, let me know in the comments down below, as well as my positions and my mutual funds and things of that nature. Otherwise, to go and dive right into the technical analysis, you can see right here a quick refresh of the page. Top 10 cryptocurrencies. We're seeing about 5% up right now, about an increase of about $8 trillion into the current market right now. We're also starting to see about 4 to, I would say, 15% gains across the board, where we have coins like Bitcoin up about 5%. We have Binance up 10%. We have crypto like Polkadot up 14%. Pretty much across the board. Solana's up 14%. Everything is pretty much in green. So I do have a few things I want to mention, especially looking at XRP and Bitcoin specifically. We could then use Ethereum and Dash as references to moving higher up, but ultimately XRP and Bitcoin, once again, are what I'm going to be focusing on. As you guys know, over the past couple of days, yesterday we put out a time-sensitive video, and this is even more time-sensitive. You'll notice right now that day after day, we've pretty much been, for the past 4 days, retesting our resistance level. That is clear as day at $1, and we have had quite a hard time breaking through that resistance, allowing us to pop back up and retest higher levels. You can see back in the past, back in April, early April, we were using that as a resistance level. Then we used it as a support back at the end of April. And then we had multiple retests of resistances back here, kind of like a double bottom almost, where we had our support level, but we had a clear sideways channel at $1, where the price of XRP has had tons of resistance battling through here, trying to break through, and it has yet to do so. Now, what's interesting that I want to show you is it's been about 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days now, where we've been talking and hoping that we would be able to break above here and run to the upside. And I still believe that's going to happen. As you guys can see, if I just extend the MACD right here, we did have a beautiful bullish cross finally on most of these markets, signaling that it's finally time we're getting some more volume back in the market and things are wanting to switch more bullish. Now, what we're looking for, and I do think is going to happen, is if we can continue to stay ahead on the MACD, it should allow us to not necessarily have that bearish cross on the moving averages. And hopefully we kind of just hit it and then ping back upwards. Like we hit it and then start to come back up. We don't actually have a full-blown cross on that green trend line right there. I'm hoping that we can, swing back up. Now, ultimately, what we're looking for is for this daily candle to close above resistance levels that we've capped at about $1.05 to $1.07. If we can close above there, that's resistance and that's support enough for the following day to see that big break to the upside. There's going to be a slight possibility that we could just see a run. It's very possible with this amount of sideways trading right now, where we could very easily see that big jump in price. You can see why we're having difficulties as well, which is interesting, but you also notice that the longer we stay around here, kind of battling out this moving average right here, because we do not want to break downwards. You can see this. It's been since June 1st of just this consolidation where we've been battling out the 4-hour moving average constantly and has not let it get us, to reverse downwards. We've been battling this out. We're actually starting to form a pattern where the red band is going to cross over the green band, causing a bullish cross, and that alone could help the prices actually swing back up. So I am fairly bullish on this. We're looking for confirmation of a break. We're trying to do that. You can see why we're having issues, but I do think in the very near future, maybe today or tomorrow, we will be breaking bullish and getting outside of this, and then we will be buying in at $1.05 to $1.07, putting in that target analysis for the long side, and then creating a stop loss probably closer to about $1.99, anticipating a run back up, which will probably snag resistance at $1.20 and $1.28. So we'll see exactly how that goes. But ultimately, you guys can see moving outwards that there is a big ascending or symmetrical triangle that's been forming on this coin. Whether this downtrend is accurate, which is hard to say, this is not the best downtrend we've used. Ultimately, this is probably one of the better uptrends we've used, though, holding support where we are continuously creating these higher low formations. Things are starting to look good. It's very different from back in 2017 when we had just a descending fractal on the coins. These actually have a bullish ascending triangle right here. Not an ascending. Well, it could be an ascending triangle actually, but more so we have a bullish uptrend. Now, this could be considered an ascending triangle. Maybe we will use it like that. Maybe we're just filling in this gap right here. That'd be crazy, but currently there is some sort of symmetrical triangle forming that we're looking at. Whether or not this holds well, we'll find out. But ultimately, this is showing very big signs of support, and it doesn't show that the coin wants to continue to drop lower. Now, on to Bitcoin, which is very similar as well. You can see Bitcoin is actually having a bullish cross on the MACD, very similar to all the other cryptocurrencies. Bullish cross right here. It's not just XRP and Bitcoin. We're starting to see pretty much all the other cryptocurrencies starting to get that bullish cross, that bullish reversal on the altcoins, which is showing signs that volume is finally trickling back into these cryptos. You can see Dash is having the same one. Every single cryptocurrency is having that bullish cross. This is a good sign that volume is coming back into the markets, that things are starting to pick up again. I'm getting very excited as to when I'm buying back in. And it's literally just in the next couple of hours or a day or two. It's really not long. We also discovered a couple, days ago, if not last week, that there is a same uptrend very similar to XRP on Bitcoin, which will slowly swing the price back up higher. Once again, we also discussed that we don't know if this is an accurate downtrend right here because there's only two confirmations of resistance. There really is only two confirmations, so we're looking for maybe a third retest, which would then confirm the symmetrical triangle, or we just break through it and continue to head up higher, which would be amazing as well. But ultimately, what we're looking at right now is where I'm getting worried. I do believe we're going to come back up and retest 40K, but 40K might be a bigger resistance than I had anticipated, and I'm hoping we can finally get outside this bearish divergence. Hopefully, this is the end of this bearish divergence. Maybe a lot of this was just FOMO, and we finally caught up to a longer uptrend that will allow us to eventually pump higher, something along those lines. But the problem is that I'm starting to notice is, as you guys can see, there is a higher low movement. There was this uptrend right here. And as prices started to break bullish, each time pumping higher and higher than the last, you'll notice that the price level or the relative strength indicator was falling lower and lower than the last at the same time. Ultimately, every time it retested this top resistance level up here, it tended to break bearish. Every time we hit, it broke bearish. Every time it hit, it broke bearish. So ultimately, we're coming back up to retest that resistance. And what I've noticed now is that resistance happens to be exactly where $40,000 lies. Now, $40,000 doesn't seem to be that bad. It is a major resistance level for us, especially if we're trying to buy back in. But I'm hoping that we actually break through this and start to form outside of the MACD. I'm looking for movements like this, where we hit it, and instead of correcting downwards, we hit it and can get back above. That would be key here to basically confirm that that bearish divergence is over and we don't continue to, correct lower. Ultimately, how we can pretty much gauge this is if prices, which I know 40K is that top resistance here, it's unfortunate, but if we can actually break above and close at like $41,000, we close the daily and open a new candle, that would be confirmation enough for me to consider that we're probably going to be breaking outside that resistance, obviously creating our bottom support levels, creating stop losses just in case, God forbid, at like 40K. We can anticipate a run back up because there is so much more potential on all these cryptocurrencies. Like XRP has a small resistance right, at like $1.07, pretty much at $1. This downtrend, whether or not it's accurate at like $1.17, who knows if that's going to actually play out on this downtrend. But there's so much more potential that once it breaks through these resistances, it can go all the way up to like $1.62. That's practically doubling its size right now. The same thing with Bitcoin. Like, yeah, we have this resistance at 40K, but if we can break through that, we'll hit up to 48,000 and have the potential to go all the way up to $60,000. So there's a ton of crazy things here. Obviously, there's a ton of different movements this coin can have. Obviously, we had movements like this, and then we corrected lower. We could form some sort of double top and then just send the market into more of that downtrend, that descending fractal that's pretty much signifying the bear market is here. We're using an uptrend right now. Until we break through this uptrend here, markets are still bullish. I mean, you guys have to consider that. This is a beautiful uptrend that the coin has been using for quite some time now, and we have yet to break through here. So it is continued to consider this market as bull. And a lot of, other traders don't actually see this as a bullish, market. They just saw this correction and they think, oh, that's it, we're done, it's over with. But that's not actually true. The fact that this uptrend is still here, the fact that we're still holding on here is enough signal to believe that we're still, trucking forward. Yeah, we have this major correction. I understand that. But that's not the end of things, guys. If we continue to use this as a means of support, we're going to be heading up like we're currently doing. So hopefully we can stay above here, because the second we see confirmation, if at any point we retest and close the daily on Bitcoin at $30,000, then we're back pretty much inside this bear market, and we are going to continue to correct lower. That would be unfortunate. But if we can continue to use the support and we can actually regain some support levels and go above 40K, we'll be buying back in to short this price or to swing this price up to 48,000. Obviously, we have to set some possible resistance levels. I would consider it to be right at like 30K. We've discussed this before, where buying in long would be at 40K, buying in short would be at 30K. At XRP, the same thing applies itself. We're buying in long at like $1.07. We're shorting it. I mean, we could consider even 77 cents. If we close at 77 cents, consider shorting it. Otherwise, to wrap up today's video, guys, check out Ethereum, which is currently having that bullish cross. We are trading inside our beautiful ascending fractal. We look good. There's a big chance we could come back up to retest top resistance up here if every other cryptocurrency allows it to do so. So really the focus is on Bitcoin and XRP. And then lastly, for Dash, which had a bullish cross right here, we have a downtrend. Very big chance, if you guys wanted to gamble it, more moderate trade, we're probably going to come back up to about 280, 290 in the next couple of days. So a swing to the upside. Things are starting to look good. Big chance it's going to move up to here. About a $80 jump on the coin. Otherwise, guys, let's talk about best change. All right, guys, so as you know, trading in the US has become quite difficult on exchanges, but did you know there is a Wikipedia-like search engine out there that compares all the exchanges together? So Best Change is a platform where you can buy and sell crypto and fiat. Best Change monitors exchange rates in several hundred reliable exchangers and equips you with all the information that you need to select the best exchanger to transfer your money. They offer the best exchange rates on their table that shows the best exchanges for the 20 most popular, with directions and the best rates on top. Other relevant information is available in icons next to the exchanger name and columns to its right. So in order to exchange, you simply select the exchange direction on the panel on the left, The table lists popular tabs and then select the exchanger out of this list of trusted and reliable ones. You can exchange e-currencies on exchanges, but the process can be somewhat difficult for newbies due to exchanges' interface and required verification. Also, some exchanges lack a lot of e-currencies and rare tokens that pushes users to search for exchangers that solve their issues. However, online there are a lot of fraudulent exchanges out there that use, you got to use your own caution. And the solution basically is BestChange. And what they've done is instead of you just blindly finding, your own exchange out there, BestChange actually compares the most reputable ones they offer. So bestchange.com is a directory of selected, trusted, and reliable exchanges. On their website, you can find out where you can buy, sell, exchange dozens of popular cryptocurrencies and e-currencies, or purchase those with debit or credit cards or various payment systems. Their monitor is easy to use, so no special knowledge or skills are needed for this intuitive interface. They offer a large choice of trusted exchangers, 250 plus exchanges out there. To be exact, they offer a convenient functionality allowing choosing of each exchange. Icons informing about special conditions of an exchange, information page of the exchange, reviews left by real customers. It's even possible to exchange without verification and at good rates, which is pretty cool as well. A lot of KYC is needed nowadays. You don't actually need that on, bestchange.com. So their monitor has cryptocurrencies, including altcoins and stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Litecoin, Tether, PAX, PAX, and USDC, which is a stablecoin. E-payment systems like PayPal, Skrill, Advanced Cash, Fiat, as we know, bank wires, Visa, and MasterCard are all, options available. They even have options to set up notifications to track when some of the exchanges offer desired exchange rates, and that has the necessary amount of reserves. They also offer a cool converter on the bottom of the site where you can convert currencies to see the rates before you actually make your exchange. And BestChange constantly queries dozens of reliable and trusted e-money exchange services out there to obtain the most decent changes in the exchange rates, determine trends on the e-currency exchange market, and reflect them in easy-to-read chart and tables. The monitor updates exchange rates at a 5 to 8 second interval, which is sufficient for informing users about the smallest fluctuations on the e-currency exchange market and letting them make educated decisions about the right moment for converting their funds. The system also features a convenient rate history module that allows you to analyze and visualize market trends over a period of 1 hour to 1 year. Shares of specific currencies, shares of specific exchanges, as well as reserves of national virtual currencies. If the exchanger you selected does not have enough currency or the necessary type or their rate, is higher than ones that you were hoping for, you can configure the site to send a notification to your email or Telegram where or one of both of your conditions are met. BestChange was created with security in mind as well, which means that they pay the utmost attention to the reputation and reliability of their e-currency exchanges that they work with. All of them have been thoroughly selected to offer the highest level of service and customer support, so dealing with them is extremely reliable. For instance, services working with WebMoney must have a very high BL to be included in their list of premium e-currency exchangers. Since its foundation 13 years ago, BestChange has become a reliable partner for dozens of e-currency exchangers and a reliable tool for thousands of users worldwide looking for a fast, hassle-free monitor of virtual currencies. If your business involves multi-currency payments that need to be cross-converted on a regular basis, make sure to bookmark their site. It will help you avoid unnecessary losses during conversion and offer a one-stop currency exchange experience. Once again, huge shout out to BestChange for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.